Black lives don't matter. They don't. In the past couple of days, I have watched 2 separate videos in the UK. One video shows about 9 black youth running down on another boy, stabbing him with knives as long as my forearm. Another video that I saw was in Greenwich of like 3 black guys wielding machetes in broad daylight, trying to kill one another. Black people, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? Like, seriously, like, I'm so pissed off watching this shit go down. I've got a 9-year-old son, yeah, who has to grow up in and around this shit. I've got a 9-year-old son, and black people always get upset. Yeah, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. How? Where? When? When we got these people in the community killing off other black people, and we're screaming Black Lives Matter. How? Where? Make it make sense. Make this make sense to me. Because black people will talk about white supremacy all day long. White supremacy this and white supremacy that. And, you know, absent fathers, and the reason why all of these youths are on the streets because there's absent fathers and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. As a father myself, yeah, if something happened to my son, I'm not trying to hear no excuse about, oh, the reason why your son's in intensive care is because there was a young black boy who didn't have his dad around and he was angry. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I am not trying to hear it, okay? So you got these black youths running around town with knives as long as my forearm, attempting to murder people in broad daylight. How is this okay? This is acts of terrorism. There are people, there are children, there are young people walking around having to witness these acts of terrorism. We have terrorists in our community. We don't see them as that because we've been told that terrorists live elsewhere and they do other things. We got terrorists right in our community terrorizing our people. We're going to the park. We are going on a walk and we've got to see another person trying to murder someone. What, are we in a fucking war zone? We're not in a war zone. But we got black people in our community acting like we're in a fucking war zone. I'm not trying to see that shit. There has to come a time where we get very stringent about what we're doing and who is part of the community and who ain't. If you are walking around trying to kill other black people, you ain't part of my community. You're a fucking terrorist. And that's it. So don't talk about, oh yeah, you know what, Sarah, we need to do this. No, fuck them, they're terrorists. I don't negotiate with terrorists, and that's it. We do not negotiate with terrorists. We have terrorists in our community and they are causing havoc and wreaking havoc upon us. Our children are having to witness this. These videos are going viral. What do you think it's doing for the mental health of other black people? What do you think it's doing? It's making us even more wary of our own selves. We don't get it. We're committing acts of terrorism upon ourselves. And then we want to scream Black Lives Matter. We can do better than this, man. We must do better than this, man. We've got to see these people in the community and extradite their fucking asses from the community because they don't bring anything to the table. They don't bring nothing to the table but terrorism and fear and bad energy and evil. And say, oh yeah, but they're part of the black community. They ain't part of my fucking community. If you're walking around trying to kill other black people, you ain't my people. So don't ask me to let you be in my circle. You ain't my people. You're running around killing other black people? You're not my people. Go fuck yourself. Go to a fucking island and you lot play fucking Hunger Games or some shit on the island and do that shit over there. Don't come in the community terrorizing everyone else. Most black people aren't into that shit. We don't want to see that shit. Go take your shit elsewhere. I don't give a fuck what gang you're from. I don't give a fuck what area you rep. I don't give a fuck. We don't need to be seeing this shit. I've had enough.